Hello, my name is Conan Elliott and I'm Director of Instruction here at Camas Meadows Golf Club in Camas, Washington. Today we're going to talk about golf swing problems. Well, there's many, but they mostly start before we ever start the swing or the movement itself. Most problems I see in my teaching starts with the grip, especially new players or people that just come to me. The tendency is to put the left hand well over on top like this, rolled over, and the right hand well underneath like that with a lot of fingertips showing, which means my left hand's pointing at the sky, my right hand, the palm of my right hand is pointing at the sky. Well, when my hands square up to hit the golf ball, my face is closed and down, or at the top my face is down, so I have to learn to open it back up to swing. So I've got a big problem right off the bat if I start with a bad grip. So a good grip, the club lays in the fingers under the pad of the left hand. So I could actually hold that in my index finger of my left hand and under the kind of the fatty pad of the left hand. So if I get that, and then my thumb down the middle, you'll see that I only have a couple knuckles shown, and the back of my hand is to the target, the same as the club face. So wherever my hand goes, the face goes. The right hand, where I see most of the problem, is people put it in their hand too much, up in the hand. We want the club to hang in the fingers of the right hand. So we lay it in the fingers, pull the hand back, cover the left thumb, and form a V of the right hand. That V being in the thumb and the upper part of the index finger of the right hand. So the club goes in the fingers. That way my hand's facing my target, again, the same as my club face. The biggest problem I see in posture is that I see that people have a tendency to squat their knees a lot, then bend in the back. So I get this squatty look with a bow in my spine. What I want is my spine straight and my rear end up. So if I start out dead straight with my knees locked back with a grip with my arms in front of my chest, if I stick my rear end out and bend at the hip, so I want to bend at the hip, not in the back. The third thing I see that most people have a tendency to do is very poor alignment. They have a tendency to aim their body where they want the ball to go. You notice right here I've got two lines. This line here where the ball is pointing to this shaft I've stuck in the ground, which represents where I want my ball to go. That's my alignment for my club face and my ball. This is very similar to a railroad tracks. The right rail, the ball, and the club go on the right rail. The left rail, which would be parallel to where I want it to go, is where my feet, my hips, my chest, and my shoulders go. So they go on a line that's parallel to where I want to hit it. The next biggest swing problem that I see is the path at which we take the club away from the golf ball. And we have a tendency for people to mostly to swing way inside their bodies and around their bodies and back up over top the golf swing. What we want is for that club to go away naturally in a nice arc till it's about level or straight back with your toe line. So if that was my toe line, I want the club to get on that toe line. I don't want that club to get back there. So we want the club to go back to the toe line, then up, so that the shaft is pointing toward the ball. The fourth biggest problem I see is quickness at the top, not wanting to pause and wait for the club to drop down in. Good players talk about all the time about being able to wait for the hands to drop before they start forward. It's probably the hardest part of the golf swing to accomplish, because we send a message, especially with the driver, we really want to hit this ball a long way. So the tendency is to go fast and quick up at the top. We really only need to go quick through the golf ball. So we want to learn to have a nice turning big muscle motion till we pause, let it drop, then make our turning of our hips and knees through the ball. The fifth biggest problem I see is incorrect working of the lower body. When I turn to the top of the golf swing, my backswing starts at the top with my shoulders. So my backswing starts at my shoulders. I get to the top. Now most people's problem here is they start at the top again. So I get a twisting motion and I fall back on this right foot. Some people even step away when they strike it because of that. But if I get that order correct, where the backswing starts at the top, the downswing starts at the ground. My feet, my knees, my hips, my torso, my shoulders, then the club. So in a quick synopsis, grip, alignment, posture, ball placement, takeaway, pause, start at the ground, finish left. This is Conan Elliott, and that's some of the major problems in a golf swing.